We feel everything, sometimes even the stuff that isn't even ours. If you're constantly tired, feeling like you're running on empty, or like the world is just too much, this one's for you. Happy New Day, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a topic I know a lot of us feel but don't always understand. It's emotional burnout. Specifically, I want to talk to all my fellow introverts and empaths out there. So make sure you stick around till the end because we're going to break down the signs of emotional burnout and then talk about how to recharge. Let's get into it. First off, let's get on the same page about what emotional burnout even is. You've probably heard of burnout related to work or studying, but what actually is emotional burnout? That's when your emotional gas tank is running on fumes. And for us introverts and empaths, it doesn't take much. It's like just a couple of hours of interacting, maybe one too many small talk sessions, and suddenly, boom, we're mentally packing our bags and retreating to a mountain cabin in our minds. And unlike physical burnout, where you can just take a day off and sleep, emotional burnout is sneaky. It's like this slow, invisible drain. You start feeling more sensitive, more easily irritated, and maybe even a little resentful about everything. So let's talk about how to recognize the signs. Here are some of the big ones. Number one, constant fatigue. Okay, this might seem obvious, but it's more than being tired. Emotional burnout fatigue is that kind of where you wake up and instead of thinking, let's go get this day going, you're thinking, do I really need this job? Maybe I can just run away and raise goats in the mountains. You know what I'm talking about? Sign number two, lack of motivation. Motivation. You don't want to do nothing. This is when things that used to be fun just don't spark anything for you anymore. That that favorite hobby doesn't even sound interesting. Netflix, meh. Even food starts tasting like cardboard. For empaths, especially, it's like the weight of everything we feel has just taken away the excitement for anything else. Sign number three, emotional numbness. When you're in burnout mode, we start putting up walls like I can't even feel anymore. It's like a natural defense mechanism. It might feel like you're disconnecting from the world or you don't have the energy to care, even about the little things you normally care so deeply about. Sign number four, overwhelmed by small things. You ever had a moment where the slightest thing set you off, like spill a little bit of coffee in, next thing you know, you're spiraling, wondering why the universe hates you. Yeah, this burnout. Or our emotional bandwidth is so low, that we just can't handle it anymore. Sign number five, the physical symptoms. Yeah, burnout doesn't just stay in your mind. You might start getting headaches, Your shoulders feel tense. You're having trouble sleeping. Our body is basically trying to say, hey, you've got to take care of me too. It's like a little physical protest happening. Been there, done that. All right, so now that we know what burnout looks like, let's talk about how to fix it. Because as much as we might want to retreat forever, that's not realistic, right? So here's some ways to recharge, especially for us empaths and introverts. Step one, alone time. This may seem obvious, but I'm not just talking about any alone time. I mean intentional alone time. No distractions, no Netflix, no phone. It's just you. Maybe some calming music and your thoughts. Number two, get out in nature. Nature is one of the best places for us to recharge. There's something so calming about being outside. Maybe because we're surrounded by life that doesn't ask anything from us. Go for a walk, sit under a tree, watch the clouds, whatever feels good. Nature has a way of grounding us and reminding us of the bigger picture. Step three, limit your sensory overload. Ever notice how introverts and empaths get tired in busy places with bright lights and loud sounds? That's because all that sensory input drains us. So create a quiet, cozy place where you can decompress. Dim the lights, get yourself blankets, maybe some essential oils. Make it a space where you can fully relax. Honestly, if I could, I'd just build a pillow fort in my living room and call it my recharge station. You'd never see me again. Step four, set boundaries. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Do I have to say it again? For some of us, that word is like it comes with guilt. But setting boundaries is one of the healthiest things we can do. It's okay to say no. It's okay to take a step back from relationships or any events that drain us. You don't owe anyone any of your energy. Remember, you're the one in control. Step 5, reconnect with what brings you joy. When you're burnt out, we forget what makes us happy. So take some time to remember the little things that might light you up. Maybe it's painting. Maybe it's cooking, crocheting. Maybe it's dancing like nobody's watching. Do something that doesn't have a goal or a productivity outcome. Just something that brings you joy. Number 6, prioritize rest and self-care. Listen, rest isn't just about sleeping, though sleep is huge, but I'm also talking about self-care activities. Take a rest, meditate, read something uplifting, something that reminds you to slow down. Self care is not selfish, it is necessary, especially for us who feel so deeply. We have to take care of our own hearts so we can be there for others too. Remember, you're not alone in this. Burnout doesn't mean you're weak or incapable. It means you're giving so much of yourself, and it's time to pour in back into you. Take things slow. Give yourself permission to step back. And remember, you're doing your best. Thank y'all so much for watching. If this resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. And what do you do to recharge? Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more content that helps us introverts and empaths thrive. Until next time, take care of yourself.